If you ever wondered why Code attacked Konoha and targeted Sarada specifically, and better yet, how Boruto managed to defeat Code, you're not alone. Today I'm going to share with you, step by step, exactly how Boruto protects Konoha and Sarada from Code and his army of claw marks, as well as the specific strategies Boruto used to counter Code's attacks. Before the Omnipotence was activated, Code believed Kawaki was responsible for everything that went wrong in his life. Code was envious of Kawaki for being the vessel that was compatible with Ishiki's Karma seal. He wished he had been Ishiki's vessel instead of Kawaki. Because of this, he hated Kawaki. On top of that, Ada had feelings for Kawaki, and Code wished Ada loved him instead. To make things worse, Kawaki was responsible for defeating Jigen and Ishiki, whom Code had worshipped like gods. In Code's eyes, Kawaki had taken everything that mattered to him. As a result, Code vowed to destroy everything precious to Kawaki, including the Hokage, his friends, and the village of Konoha. After the Omnipotence was triggered, people's memories and common knowledge about Boruto and Kawaki were changed. Kawaki became known as Uzumaki Kawaki, the Hokage's son, born and raised in Konoha, while Boruto was now seen as a lonely outsider who had betrayed those who cared for him. Konoha was now hunting Boruto for actions Kawaki had committed before the Omnipotence was triggered. Boruto was simply seen as Boruto. This meant that in Code's mind, Boruto had now become Kawaki, so Code wanted to make Boruto pay with his life for everything he believed Boruto had taken from him. After being betrayed by Ada and Daemon, Code retreated to the Ten Tails dimension to use it as his base. When he arrived, he shrunk the Ten Tails into a more manageable size by using his claw marks. By mixing his claw marks with the Ten Tails, Code created an army of claw grimes. Because of the Omnipotence influence, Code felt that Boruto had stolen everything from him, including Ishiki, Jigen, and Ada. He planned to destroy everything Boruto cared about, using his own strength and the strength of his claw grime army. During Boruto's time skip, Code spent his time chasing after Boruto. After nearly 2 years, he grew tired of the chase and decided to stop looking for Boruto. Instead, he chose to attack Konoha. Code believed that Boruto's former friends, whom Boruto still cared about, could summon him, starting with Sarada. Code went after Sarada specifically because during the time skip, he had fought against Sasuke and Boruto. At that time, Boruto had learned everything he could from Sasuke, but he wasn't strong enough to help Sasuke defeat Code. Sasuke told Boruto to run while he held off Code to give him a chance to escape. Boruto didn't want to abandon Sasuke and asked why Sasuke told him to run. Sasuke explained that they had no chance of winning against Code then. So Boruto needed to escape, survive at all costs, and build on the skills Sasuke had taught him. Sasuke believed that if Boruto did this, no one would be able to stop him. Before sacrificing himself so Boruto could escape, Sasuke asked Boruto to watch over Sarada. This is why Code himself targeted Sarada first, because Boruto cared about her and his master Sasuke had asked him to protect her. When Code attacked Konoha, the people were in danger. If anyone was caught and eaten by his clawgram army, they'll be turned into trees and lose consciousness, though they will remain alive. Since the clawgrams could move through different locations and dimensions using Code's claw marks, he was strategic in how he attacked Konoha. Code placed claw marks outside Konoha's walls, knowing that the Konoha search squad will find them. He did this to lure Konoha's strongest ninjas to the wall outside the village. When the search squad found Code's claw marks, they called Kawaki for help, and Kawaki told them to stay where they were as he will come to them right away. When Kawaki arrived, he used his Kokugan eye to shrink Code's claw marks. It turned out that Code's plan was to draw the squad team to his claw marks so he could secretly place new claw marks on their bodies without them noticing. Kawaki realized what Code was doing and managed to shrink the claw marks that were on the squad team members that were with him. He then told Shikamaru to gather everyone who had been on the claw mark search duty in one place so he could shrink any marks that were on their bodies, but it was too late. Code's army of clawgrams began appearing in Konoha, using the claw marks that had been placed on the shinobi during the search mission. Since these shinobis were spread across different locations in Konoha, Code was able to use his army to attack various parts of the village simultaneously, giving Konoha no time to evacuate the civilians who couldn't defend themselves. Many people, including Muegi, were eaten by the army of kilograms and turned into trees. While Kawaki and the Konoha shinobi were trying to protect the villagers and let those who couldn't fight to safety, Code specifically targeted Sarada, appearing through a kilogram that was near her. Code was a huge threat to Sarada and Konoha because at this point he had removed his limiters, making him stronger than Jigen, who was more powerful than Naruto and Sasuke combined. Code was also stronger than Kawaki. The reason for this is that Kashin Koji, who has the pre-sense Shinjutsu power that allows him to see all possible futures, stated that if Omnipotence hadn't been activated, Kawaki would have been defeated by Code, who was far stronger than him. Now that the Omnipotence has been activated, this strong version of Code is targeting Boruto instead of Kawaki. So why is Code stronger and more dangerous than most people realize? His intelligence is often underestimated. Code's attack on Konoha was highly strategic and he used several tactics that made him extremely dangerous. First, Code drew Konoha's attention by placing claw marks outside the village's walls. This was a deliberate distraction meant to lure Konoha's strongest ninja to the walls. By doing this, Code misled them about his true intentions, creating an opportunity for his real attack. This tactic caused Konoha's forces to focus on external threat, giving Code the chance to plan his actual invasion with fewer obstacles. Code then placed hidden claw marks on the squad team members who were searching for the claw marks. This allowed him to send kilograms into Konoha from within, bypassing the village's defenses. By secretly placing claw marks on the squad members, Code ensured that his army of kilograms could strike at multiple locations in Konoha simultaneously. This spread Konoha's defensive forces thin and created widespread chaos. Code's kilograms attacked Konoha in multiple locations at once. This tactic forced the village to divide its forces, making it difficult for them to set up a unified defenses. The simultaneous attacks made it impossible for Konoha to defend all areas effectively. This division of the defenses made it harder for Konoha to organize a successful counter-attack or evacuate civilians, leading to many casualties and more people being turned into trees. Code took full advantage of the chaos and disorganization within Konoha caused by the kilograms. His attacks created confusion, which allowed him to focus on his primary target, Sarada, without interference. This mess within Konoha meant that the villagers and shinobi were less able to coordinate their efforts against Code's forces, increasing the effectiveness of his attack. At this time, Code had his limiters removed, making him stronger than Jigen, who was already stronger than Naruto and Sasuke combined. This made Code an extremely powerful opponent, one that far outmatched most of Konoha's defenders. With his limiters removed, Code became an almost unstoppable force. His immense strength ensured that any direct confrontation would be incredibly challenging for Konoha's defenders, especially since Code was stronger than Kawaki. Code also exploited Boruto's emotional connection to Sarada and his master Sasuke to his advantage. By targeting Sarada, Code knew he would provoke Boruto. This strategy not only increased the immediate threat but also placed additional emotional pressure on Boruto. Code's attack on Konoha involved a combination of deception, strategic threat placement, dividing Konoha's forces, and targeting key figures. Through these strategies, Code maximized the impact of his attack on Konoha and created an extremely dangerous situation for Konoha. His ability to exploit confusion and chaos, along with his overwhelming strength, made him a formidable opponent who threatened both the village's safety and its key individuals. Code told Sarada that he hoped she would scream loud enough for Boruto to hear. Just as he was about to do something to her, Boruto used the flying Raijin to teleport to Konoha. He appeared above Code, landing with one foot on Code's face and the other on his leg. Boruto then told Code that his creepy way of thinking was the kind that scared girls away. Responding to what Code had said to Sarada, Code tried to hit Boruto with his scientific arm, but Boruto easily dodged the attack. Boruto stood next to Sarada, which meant that Code had succeeded in drawing Boruto out of hiding. Code then summoned his army of kilograms to fight Boruto. He told Boruto that he had been searching for him and didn't expect Boruto to show up so quickly. This made Code regret not coming to Konoha earlier, given how easy it was to lure Boruto out of hiding. Boruto responded by telling Code to withdraw all of his kilograms, and in return Boruto would let him live. Code was surprised by Boruto's confidence and reminded him how helpless he was against him 2 years ago. Code also told Boruto that he had some nerve to say he would spare his life. The problem with Code here was that he was thinking about the last time they fought, assuming Boruto's strength hadn't changed. When Code refused to follow Boruto's instructions, Boruto told Sarada to leave Code to him and asked her to focus on helping the people who hadn't escaped during Code's attack on Konoha. Boruto then got ready to fight Code. His plan was to help Konoha and weaken Code to the point where he would retreat to the Ten Tails dimension. Boruto wanted to place one of Kashin Koji's toads on Code so that he would use the flying Raijin to teleport to the Ten Tails dimension and stop the Ten Tails from evolving into divine trees. Boruto hid his true intentions of making Code retreat and made it seem like his goal was to kill him. The reason Boruto wanted to destroy the Ten Tails was to stop his evolution. Kashin Koji, who has the pre-sense Shinjutsu ability that lets him see all possible futures, warned Boruto about the worst possible future. In this future, the Ten Tails will break free of Code's control and evolve in a new way. The Ten Tails could then appear as multiple divine tree people with individual minds. Kashin Koji advised Boruto to destroy the Ten Tails before it could evolve, though he admitted that the chance of Boruto succeeding were low. In almost all the futures Kashin Koji saw, the divine tree people existed. Boruto wanted to reach the Ten Tails dimension to stop this evolution, because if the Ten Tails turned into divine trees, Jura, the leader of them, would likely kill Boruto. Although it was not guaranteed, many futures showed this outcome. After Jura kills Boruto, Kawaki will be devoured and their planet will die. Code began his attack. One of his holograms charged at Boruto, but Boruto easily cut him down with his blade. By this time, Boruto had become skilled in the Uchiha sword fighting style that Sasuke had taught him, and he had refined his abilities. Seeing Boruto defeat one of their own, a large number of holograms rushed at Boruto to attack him all at once. However, Boruto quickly cut them all down with ease using his sword. This Boruto was different from the one Code had fought before the time skip. That's when Code realized that Boruto wasn't bluffing when he said he will kill him if he didn't call off his army of holograms. Boruto warned Code that if he kept pushing forward, he would lose all of his holograms. Code replied, saying Boruto was being cocky too soon, and pointed out that the ones Boruto had defeated so far were just a drop in the bucket. To Code, they were just tools. Boruto then told Code that he didn't understand the true terror of the Ten Tails. Code, not understanding what Boruto meant, claimed that he knew plenty about the Ten Tails. To prove his knowledge, Code explained that the Ten Tails devour Otsutsuki and they will attack anyone around them until they find an Otsutsuki to devour. Boruto responded by saying that while this might have been true, the Ten Tails had changed thanks to the enhancements Code made when he wrapped them in his claw marks. Boruto warned Code that it was not too late to stop, as things could end in the worst possible future for everyone if Code didn't destroy the Ten Tails while he still had control over them. Code dismissed Boruto's warnings, saying his goal lay beyond the terrible future where the Ten Tails will become a divine tree by consuming an Otsutsuki. Boruto then offered to spare Code's life in exchange for guiding him to the main body of the Ten Tails. Code refused, thinking Boruto wasn't capable of killing him. Boruto's confidence came from the fact that Kashin Koji had used his pre-sense Shinjutsu to give Boruto knowledge of moves and jutsu that his future self would have mastered, allowing Boruto to accelerate his learning and training. Boruto wasn't being cocky, he was genuinely much stronger than Code. When Code rejected Boruto's offer, Boruto activated his Rasengan Uzuhiko to create the illusion that he truly intended to kill Code, although his actual goal was to weaken Code and force him to retreat to the Ten Tails dimension. After Boruto activated his Rasengan, Code placed multiple claw marks behind Boruto, using them to appear behind him and try to strike Boruto with his scientific arm. Boruto easily dodged by simply tilting his head to the left without even looking at Code. Boruto then turned to face Code and attempted to hit him with the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Code caught Boruto's arm and immediately after tried to hit Boruto with his right scientific arm. but Boruto blocked the attack by drawing his blade with his left hand. At this point, Code was feeling confident, thinking it was a shame that Boruto was so sure of his jutsu but couldn't land a hit. Boruto reminded Code that killing him was easy, and in fact, Boruto had already begun the process. The planetary chakra in Boruto's Rasengan Uzuhiko was invincible to Code, and when Code touched Boruto, that chakra spread to Code's body. Code felt something winding around his arm and asked himself what it was. Boruto, who could see the planetary chakra, gave Code a final warning: take him to the 10 Tails or die here. Code mocked Boruto, still not believing he could kill him, and charged at Boruto with his scientific arm. Boruto used the flying Raijin technique to instantly teleport behind Code. Code, shocked by how quickly Boruto appeared behind him, told Boruto to stop moving around and attempted another attack. Boruto teleported behind him again, and Code realized Boruto wasn't simply dodging his attacks. He began to wonder what was happening, as Boruto's movements were far beyond normal dodging or using shadow clones. While Code was distracted, Boruto teleported in front of him and hit him with the Rasengan Uzuhiko. Because Boruto didn't truly want to kill Code, he held back the power of the attack to disorient Code psychologically and force him to retreat to the 10 Tails dimension. When Boruto had fought Hidari, he could have killed him with a single shot from the Uzuhiko if he managed to absorb enough planetary chakra, as the technique's power had no limit. The Uzuhiko's power depends on how much planetary chakra Boruto absorbed from the earth. After being hit by the Uzuhiko, Code lost his balance, with the world spinning in his head. Code tried to stand up, but kept falling as the spinning was too much for him. The Rasengan Uzuhiko incorporated planetary chakra and its rotation, and its effect wouldn't wear off unless Boruto cancelled it. Like a planet that never stops moving and spinning, the damage from the Uzuhiko will continue indefinitely, meaning Code will die before the planet ever stopped spinning. Code retreated to the 10 Tails dimension, unaware that Boruto had placed Kashinkoji's toads on him. Boruto had a hidden toad in his cape to communicate with the one that got into Code's base. When the toad saw the main body of the 10 Tails, it informed Boruto. Boruto then used the flying Raijin to instantly teleport from Konoha to the 10 Tails dimension. By weakening Code, Boruto saved Konoha, as Code was forced to retreat, leaving Konoha free to deal with the remaining Logrimes without Code summoning more to attack. Boruto's battle with Code in the manga shows clever tactics and strategies. He activated his Rasengan Uzuhiko, making it seem like his goal was to kill Code. This led Code to believe Boruto was fighting to defeat him. His real aim was to weaken Code mentally and physically, forcing him to retreat to the 10 Tails dimension. Instead of fighting Code head-on, Boruto used flying Raijin to teleport around Code, avoiding his attacks and making it impossible for Code to predict where he would strike next. This constant movement confused Code, messing up his ability to land attacks. Boruto also took advantage of Code's overconfidence, knowing that Code didn't fully understand his new moves and powers. Boruto used Code's arrogance against him, controlling the fight by manipulating Code's actions. Boruto didn't use the full power of the Rasengan Uzuhiko against Code, instead choosing to destabilize him psychologically rather than killing him straight away. This showed Boruto's strategic thinking and maturity. Rather than relying on brute force, Boruto controlled the fight by holding back, giving Code the chance to retreat. Offering the enemy a way out is a powerful psychological tactic, and Boruto gave Code several opportunities to leave the fight, which weakened Code's resolve. Although Code thought Boruto was being overconfident, this was part of Boruto's strategy. Code underestimated Boruto's strength and fell into Boruto's trap. Boruto's Rasengan Uzuhiko used invincible planetary chakra to gradually weaken Code without him realizing it. By the time Code noticed something was wrong, it was too late, and he was weakened by the spinning sensation caused by the Uzuhiko. Boruto used Kashinkoji's toad to secretly gather intelligence about the 10 Tails location. Having this information allowed Boruto to teleport to the 10 Tails dimension once Code retreated. Rather than pursuing Code to the end, Boruto allowed him to retreat to avoid unnecessary distraction and give Konoha time to recover. Throughout the fight, Boruto maintained control. He dictated the pace by teleporting, limiting the strength of his attacks, and manipulating Code's actions. He was always one step ahead, demonstrating his adaptability and careful planning. Even though Boruto saved Konoha and Sarada, as well as getting Code to retreat to the Ten Tails dimension, he was late in stopping the Ten Tails from evolving. The Ten Tails evolved into divine trees, using the chakra of the people Code's holograms had devoured as a source. The worst possible future can still happen, where Boruto gets killed by Jura, the leader of the divine trees, and Kawaki gets devoured, and the planet dies as a result of the divine trees absorbing the chakra of all living things on the planet after devouring Kawaki. Even though people still see Boruto as an enemy after saving Konoha and Sarada because of the influence of omnipotent Shinjutsu ability and the crimes Kawaki had framed him for, Shikamaru was able to discover who the true son of Naruto is. This was the result of the information Amado had shared and the brave actions Boruto had committed to save Konoha. By the way, if you want to understand how Ida's omnipotence and Kashin Koji's presence Shinjutsu abilities work, then click on the videos that are shown on your screen now.